My name is Mr. Garza. Today we're going to be looking at the parts of an ERS, or ellipsoidal reflector spotlight. Some people like to call them LECOs. I personally use the term ERS. The ERS you're looking at might not look exactly like this. There's many different kinds of ERSs, many different brands. This particular brand that we're using here is the Altman, and this is the Altman 360Q. So even though yours might not look exactly like this, they serve the same purpose and they generally have all the same parts. We'll start with this part up here. If you're following along the worksheet from class, this part is not actually on your paper, but this is called the C clamp. Kind of looks like the letter C. It's C like the letter C, not like the ocean or not like C with your eyes. All right, and the C clamp is used to attach the ERS to a batten. The next part that we're going to look at is number 10 on your paper. It's this part right here, this whole thing, big brace there. This is called the yoke, not like the yolk of an egg, but Y-O-K-E, yoke. And the yoke is used to position the ERS. Moving down the instrument to number 13, this is called the 3-pin connector. The 3-pin connector plugs the instrument into the circuit. Now there's different kinds of connectors in the theater. Yours might use a different one. Here at McCallum Memorial we use the 3-pin connector. Attached to the 3-pin connector you'll find this wire, which we don't call the wire. We call it the pigtail, and the purpose of the pigtail is that electricity flows through it. And that follows all the way up to this part right here. This whole thing here is called the base. Try not to drop it. Just kidding, that's a joke. The base holds all the electrical components to the lighting instrument. On your paper, this is number 2, the base. Here's another look at number 2, the base. I've taken it off of the rest of the instrument, and you can see the whole base here all together. And we're going to focus on one particular part, which is this one right here. On your paper, this is number 1. This is called the socket, and it's where you plug your lamp into. Number 1, the socket, where you plug your lamp into. And on your paper, number 12 is this guy right here. This is the lamp, not the bulb, the lamp. And you never touch these lamps with your bare hands, because that will cause the oils on your hands to stay there. The lamp will superheat those oils, and eventually it will pop. If you could look at this one very carefully, let me see if I can scoot in here, you'll see that this one already has a bubble forming on it. At some point in the life of this particular lamp, somebody touched it, and you can see it's already forming the bubble. Eventually this will pop. So again, this is number 13, the lamp. Do not touch it with your bare hands. The purpose of the lamp is that it creates the light. Okay, so this part right here, this is the housing or the body. I've heard it called both. I tend to usually say the body myself, and that holds all of the pieces together. Now I've opened up the body, and inside you can see what is number 11 on your paper. This is the reflector. Well, technically speaking, it's the ellipsoidal reflector, where the instrument gets its name from. And the purpose of the reflector is to push all of the light forward in one direction. The reflector pushes all that light through this opening here. This is number 9 on your paper. This is called the gate, and it's the opening that all the light passes through. Number 3 on your paper are these handles right here. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. The other one is underneath there. And when I push the handle forward, you can actually see the shutters. That's number 3 on your paper, the shutters. And the shutters cut off part of the light pool. You can see this shutter is already starting to kind of warp with the heat from the lamp. Number 5 on your paper is this knob here. This is called the focus knob, and I can take this off for you to see it. This actually helps you to move the lens drum back and forth. Focus knob actually moves the lens drum, which focuses the light. There's the focus knob. That's number 5. Number 6 is this silver part right here. This is called the lens drum, and it actually houses the 2 plano convex lenses. You can see them in there. This is the lens drum, and there's the lenses inside. We'll get to those. Number 8 on your paper are these 3 folds right here. 1, 2, 3. And those are called the color frame holders. When you have a color frame, you slide it right in there, put the color right in front of this lens. The light shining through comes out as that color. And number 7 on your paper is this ring right here. This is called the lens ring, and that holds the lenses inside of the lens drum. If I take this ring out, I can take these 2 plano convex lenses out. Plano convex means they're flat on one side, that's the side we're seeing, and they are convex, or they bubble out on the other side. There's 2 of them in here. Those are number 4, and the purpose of the plano convex lenses is to magnify and focus the light. You can see things magnified right there. Magnify and focus the light. That's number 4, the plano convex lenses. Thanks for joining me. I know the information provided was brief, but I hope you'll find it useful in your journey through stage lighting.